Greetings, Ferals. This is your friendly neighborhood magician speaking. I'm doing a bit of a different thing. This is not a pick a pile today. We're going to be doing a channeled reading since I have been getting this feeling from a collective point of view, from the collective energy, that there is some sort of stalling that is about to change. And the first thing I did today, I pulled the Magician card. So it feels like everything is in your hands. There's just something happening. We are going to use multiple cards. We're going to perhaps use also the Astral Houses dice. We'll see what's going on, but first I need to shuffle really quickly and let's tap into this energy because there is something definitely brewing. And what is brewing is, oh my, lust. This is a very interesting card to pull. You are definitely overcoming something. You're overcoming something, and you're overcoming it with your own energy, with your own strength. This has been coming to you after a period of struggle, but you have developed something. You've developed something very much. You are getting out of oppression's way. It feels that you were stuck in something that was weighing heavily on you, and it lifted. It feels like, sometimes when you see in movies or in games and there are these, these gates that kind of suddenly open. So it feels like the gates of the oppression opened. And I am wondering what happened, what changed to make this happen. Let's try to find a card that will lead us to it. It feels that, and I have pulled this card before. See, I have pulled this card exactly in a different collective reading where I was saying that things are going to move now because your attitude has changed. You're getting into your very unbothered era. And it feels like you're regaining your power. And this happened because you regained your strength. And that regaining of strength is because you have come to a very strong intellectual peace with yourself, but it doesn't feel like it came from an intellectual place. It feels more like it came from an emotional place that really just something finally clicked into position. And what clicked is you've probably, and this is interesting because we have the Lust card. This is the Thoth Tarot deck. This is not, Rider-Waite, so we're gonna look at it accordingly. It feels like you have sort of integrated your shadow, and I am getting the feeling that this is happening automatically, that you just woke up one day, or you just, I don't know, sat in your car, and something just clicked in you, and you can't really say what it was. It's more like there was this cosmic feeling of something shifting or changing. So this might be an astrological change for you, something specific. You might want to check your astrology for what is happening, because I feel that this is somewhat celestial, that the energy this is coming from is celestial, and it is perhaps it's about the moon energy. The moon is getting bigger right now as I'm doing this reading, but it doesn't really matter because this reading is timeless. The moment it found you, it unlocks your energy. That's what's happening here. So let's pull another card. Yes, and this is yet again, this is a card I've already pulled for this collective, yeah? So I am tapping once again into your energy. You are getting rebirthed, and I would still want to know what switched and how can you use that. Your fortune has switched. We are in the year of the Wheel of Fortune. Again, if you're not watching it in 2026, then it's absolutely fine. But right now, this energy is amplified. So it feels like, as I said, it's more celestial. It's not necessarily something that you did, or if you have, it had been brewing in your subconscious. It's not something, even though it has lifted something for you, it has given you peace intellectually. It took off the oppression that you've been in, but this is not something you did on your own by intellectually thinking through things. It is something that shifted probably celestially. Yes, we have Leo. And I'm hearing August, and this is not the first time. I've also been, in the previous collective readings, I've also been kind of sensing August. And I think in this year's astrology, August is really important, especially to fixed signs. So if you're a fixed sign, there's something happening for you in August, and I think this might be the time that you are going to shine the most. It feels like the most, like, when the sun is in Leo, so feels like August, end of July, you are going to feel this rebirth energy the most. But I am sensing that this oppression has already lifted, that it's not something that that you're going through. I feel like one day you just woke up and something was different and you don't know what it is. And I want to know what it is, so we'll check what it is. It's not that important. The most important is if it's an energy that is going to stick or if it's an energy that is going to shift quickly. So is it a state that you can hold up? I feel you can, but these two cards are kind of trying to tell me. There's worry. Yeah, exactly. See, that's why I asked the question, because I felt like, will this pass? That it might pass. But the thing is, you can hold on to this energy and you will hold on to this energy, but you can't give into the worry. You can't give into the lack mindset. You, even if it creeps up on you, you have to persevere. And see, the sun is here once again. It feels like you are going to somehow get the energy from the sun, or perhaps from a person with the sign of Leo. And there is a strong August feel about it. And even though this card in the Thoth Tarot deck is 11, in Rider-Waite-Smith, it's the 8th card, which also kind of points to August, points to the number 8, and number 8 points me to Scorpio energy, and it points me to transformation energy. And just today, I did a short reading where I drew the Death card, and I drew the Wheel of Fortune card. So it feels like it's all kind of tapped in. But let's go further. Like, how can you use it to the fullest is what I would like to know, and what are you guided to do? And this one is also speaking to me. We have some more cards, so let's check what's going on here. There's change coming. You will be feeling, you already felt the shift, but this change is still underway. So the shift you felt, it's absolute potential. You are just learning to harness this energy, right? You are the studious person here, just like the Magus. This is the pinnacle of where we're heading, and I feel this is going to happen in August. But this change is underway. It's still underway. Things have already shifted, but this change is still ongoing. This transformation is still ongoing. So this energy is going to get way stronger. The most important thing is you tap into it. You learn to harness it. So you can't let go of it. You can't let go of it. And this is so important, because if you let go of it, you can let go of it through being worried. You cannot let yourself internalize the worry, even if it pops up, because it will pop up. It's not the kind of intellectual worry. It's a worry about things that give you comfort. So it will be more of a material worry. You will be feeling that there is some groundedness that you're lacking, but you needn't worry about that. You needn't intellectualize that, because that's where things could get oppressive again. The oppression you've been in, it was an intellectual oppression. So it feels like you are in a place where you have to learn to discern what is an actual legitimate worry and what is just anxiety and fear. And this is, again, something that I have picked up in a collective reading just some time ago. So you are going to learn to harness this energy, but you're not going to do it intellectually, no. You are going to do this through groundedness, because the source of the worry is in the groundedness. So this is where you have to work. You have to work on your grounding. You have to work on constantly reminding yourself to check up on the objective truth, to not let yourself intellectualize things. You have to keep your intellect at bay. It feels like you have to harness your intellect to pick up the signals that you're getting from the material world, and not the other way around. You're not supposed to look through your thinking mind. You have to trust your intuition with this, because grounding it's an earth energy, and our intuitive self bases our knowledge on our emotions and moods, and this is where you should be looking to, because I think you've been doing things intellectually. Thankfully, you haven't been so oppressed by your mental state that you managed to develop some sort of internal strength that is boosting your confidence, is boosting your self-esteem. So this is why now you can easily tap into your instinct, and you should definitely do that, because this will facilitate the change, and you can make the most of it, so to speak. Virtue. This is a card of slow expansion. As I said, the change, it has started quite quickly. The feeling is there, but the expansion will be slower from now on, and it will be fueled by your own perseverance and your own inspiration. It feels like the source of this is, again, as I said, more in your emotions, in your inspiration, in your heart, in your fire, than it is in your intellect. So please be very, very mindful of that. And whenever you get some disturbance, some intellectual disturbance, just remember that you need to harness this. You have to look at it and try to be as objective as you can, because you can't let your intellect kind of get the better of you. There is the Eight of Cups. There is something you'll have to walk away from, it feels. And this is something emotional. Some things are just not flowing. There is some stuck flow somewhere in your emotions that you are not you're not able to access some of your emotions, but you are guided to let them go instead of trying, because this place is blocked for now. So if you're getting some, like if you're worried that you can't access some of your emotionality right now, don't worry about it. This can be worked through. Right now the flow is blocked. And the flow is blocked because of your intellect working too fast, since you're just getting from the era where you were overthinking. So this still needs some work, but you're no longer oppressed. And it feels like you might descend from that intellectual high horse quite quickly. So this can be done, but don't let this worry you. Don't let this make you feel that you're not grounded. Because you need to do grounding exercises, some sort of meditation, something. It's just that there's a lot happening in your psyche right now, and this is where the energy is coming from, and from, celestial situation. So you need to really, as I said before, you need to harness your intellect very much. Let's take a look further. This is a trickster card, but I feel that this is very much in line with the magician energy. This is the point you're going to. Right now, you're in gestation. So as I said, the change, you felt the flip, you felt the switch flip, but now the change will be slower. But you can't forget that this is where you're heading. You are harnessing your energy. So even if you don't see the sudden, swift shift, be assured that it is happening. It's just gestating. So don't worry about it. And let's see what this change, what this shift will bring into your life. And it will be most likely in the area of your work, perhaps your career, but more like of the work you're doing with other people, of something that has to do with cooperating with other people. So it might be then, for example, in your career, you are getting to a point of being someone important, of being someone with authority, not because you've gained this authority through any sort of institution, any sort of promotion. Your knowledge, the way you can harness it, exactly the way you harness your magic, will make you very important for other people who want to cooperate with you. There will be people around you that are going to approach you and tell you that you are interesting to them because of your aura, because of your energy. So you have to work on your energy. And you might say this reading is vague, but I think it is vague because it is speaking to some sort of spiritual enhancement that you have to go through. And as I said, I was getting the messages of healing, working on yourself. And I know we're in, like, when we get these messages from the tarot too frequently, like, oh my God, you have to work on yourself, work on your spirituality, it just gets boring. We'd rather hear that we're going to find love and money. And of course, but right now is a great time for you to actually find things that work for you in terms of exactly this, in terms of grounding, in terms of spirituality, in terms of tapping into calm, tapping into peace. See, because you want to be grounded. You definitely want to be grounded. You want to have some sort of peace, and you want to trust this peace. Worry is gonna come up, especially in this area of groundedness. It is going to come up, but you needn't worry about it. So you need to find techniques to work with your energy, because once you have harnessed your spiritual energy, people are going to approach you, are going to be magnetic, and you are going to definitely be ready to work on something, maybe something that you really, really wanted to work on, because there was a strong wands energy that you are making some groundwork for something that matters to you a whole lot. Inheritance. Okay, so this might be something. This might be something that you already have in you. You know, when you speak about energies or your potential, it feels that this is a potential that you're unlocking. It's already in you. So it's not finding something new. It's more like maybe there is something from the past or something that was practiced in your family, even spiritually, that was actually doing some good for you. And this is some energy you want to tap into to finally get out of this maze of stuckness. See, in this card, we can see that this, I don't really know what that creature is, but the creature is stuck in this maze. So I am feeling that there's definitely something within a place that you already know, be it your family, be it something you've done before that you already have, that can help you unlock your potential and get out of the maze of stuckness, of the stuck energy. And exactly, as I said, this is going to be intuitive work. So if I was to get to the bottom line of what do you want to work on, you're working on your groundedness, you're working on developing your intuition. You have already somewhat developed your self-confidence, but it seems that you have to, through that confidence, it's a bit of a vicious circle, but a good one, because that self-confidence makes you more prone to trust your intuition. And the more you work with your intuition, the more self-confident you're going to get. So, and I felt this for the energy of this year. I kind of heard this at the beginning of this year, that this is going to be the year of intuition, because as I said, this is the year of the wheel of fortune. So how do we navigate the wheel? You know, it's constantly turning. So if we want to jump on it, we kind of have to gauge what the right moment to do that is. And you can try to gauge that intellectually, but truth is that most likely your intuition is going to guide you to the right moment. You won't be able to explain like why I know I have to jump now, but you will know when it is time to jump. So this is going to, as I see, this is something coming from the past. So again, if there was something you had been practicing before, maybe spiritually or maybe in terms of meditation or grounding, go back to that practice. It is extremely important that you do, because you will find it anew. You will rediscover it. And this is going to lead you to developing your intuition and to helping you. And it feels like in money, career things, maybe not necessarily money. Maybe it's more of a legacy thing, but definitely it feels like you're getting to a point where you will be so powerful energetically that you can leave a legacy. But you have to tap into things that you've already done before. Some practices. You're in the right place. You felt the shift already, but you need to grasp it. You can't let it go. There is still something you have to work on in terms of this. So start a practice. Keep it up, and by August you are going to be absolutely powerful, my my favorite ferals. This is what I believe is going to happen. This is what I'm rooting for, and see you in the next reading. Thank you very much.